What a difference in my TMS symptoms, in my dystonia, in my pain, and all my other symptoms. What a difference the weather makes. Like, huge. It's in the 40s today. It's Valentine's Day. And man, that felt so good. It felt so good. All the snow running has paid off. All the snow running has paid off cardiovascularly and with ease of running on pavement for sure, because oh my God, I was just flying today. It was fantastic. Oh my God. And I was a little nervous about it because I haven't gotten a lot of pavement running in, at least not in my neighborhood, only at the Metro Park. But I felt so good after like the usual first mile. I felt so good. You know, sometimes I have that, it wants to break through. The symptoms kind of want to get worse again, and they kind of come back and they get worse a little bit, but just say, no, there's nothing wrong with me. I do not have any fear. I'm not afraid of you. This is going well. I love this. I enjoy this. This is bliss. I am so grateful to be able to do this. And then they go away. And then you just keep flying, as you should. You know, one time my doctor for my dystonia told me that everybody's dystonia gets worse in the winter. And like last winter when I was having a really hard time, and I had a little bit of a hard time this winter too, light years ahead of last year, I thought it was all like, well, I'm already all like scared and weird about putting my left foot down and like trusting that it's gonna go down and I'm not gonna like scuff my foot or slip or whatever. So I always thought that the winter was just like because of the ice and like uneven ground and snow and stuff like that. And I thought I had sort of learned it, you know, last winter. Well, I did learn it. I did learn last winter to be really afraid of it because I did slip a bunch because it was an icy winter, but that was just like slipping, walking my dog, and like slipping, like walking up my driveway, like not anything to do with running or dystonia, but it was just bad conditions, right? And the other reason I thought that my symptoms got worse in the winter was because I just didn't get to walk as much and run as much because of the weather, obviously. And one thing that I still cannot do and don't really want to do is the treadmill. But that's a whole other video about my fear of the treadmill, because it's all fear-based. It has nothing to do with dystonia. Because a lot of people with dystonia actually run on the treadmill and they don't run outside. And they look at me and they're like, how are you running outside on pavement? I look at them like, how are you running on the treadmill? Like, it's just our mutual fears. Anyway, whole other story. Could be a whole other video. So I thought it was just like, I can't practice walking as much. I can't practice running as much. And I thought that was about like keeping like the right neural circuit going, like the correct pattern going. But no, it was about my confidence. It was about my obsession and my compulsion. It was about my obsession of checking to make sure my dystonia was okay today, and my compulsion of checking it by either walking or running to make sure that it was okay. Like when the obsession can't be checked, or I can't do the compulsion that makes the obsession go away by like making sure I'm okay and like, okay, I can walk well today. Okay, I can run well today. Then the obsession takes over and the symptoms get worse. So that's completely what it is. So anyway, my doctor had told me even people with cervical dystonia, their symptoms get worse in the winter, or that's what he sees. And this is a doctor in the Midwest here in this type of weather. So I was like, well, I have all of these like physical reasons that my dystonia gets worse in the winter because I'm just blaming it on that, like, I have a broken neural pathway and I have to like make the new neural pathway, even though it's still there. It's always there. It's always been there. Like, I was so obsessed with like that part of it, like changing the brain and like making it go back to like knowing how to like walk and run appropriately again. But like that doesn't make any sense if you have a cervical dystonia, because you're probably doing the same stuff with your neck. You're probably still working on the computer. You're probably still watching TV. You're probably still using your neck. Like you always use your neck. And it shouldn't really matter if there's snow on the ground or ice. Maybe a little bit if you're like, if it is really icy and you're like trying to balance yourself with your neck. So why? Why? Because maybe everybody else, just like me, has seasonal affective dystonia. It's not seasonal affective depression, it's seasonal affective dystonia. That means it's based in fear, anxiety, mood, all that stuff. It's based in confidence. It's based in the obsession and compulsion, the obsession with the dystonia, the compulsion of needing to check to make sure that I'm either okay, either I'm just as okay as yesterday, or I'm not getting worse, or it's getting better. That is the OCD part of this disorder, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. So anyway, just ran 5.25 miles, felt fantastic. It was still a little icy and slippery out, so I wasn't like trying to be the hero by like bombing out some crazy fast run. But I did do, I think the last mile was like 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So felt great, and feels like spring is in the air. It's gonna be a great, great rest of the year.